I'll be moving in two different directions, and if I don't speak up right now, I'm gonna be miserable. Just all this provoking, that's what they want to do, man. This is whack.
See, bitches get threatened when they can't handle the truth. They want to start swinging.
Wait, hold on. Let them clear that out because I promise you. Walk straight to listen, I promise you. One of these girls grab you, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's go get some.
Mendeecees Harris, a well-known figure from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, has finally spoken out about why he left the reality TV show that made him famous. For years, fans followed his journey, watching his emotional struggles, past mistakes, and relationship with his wife, Yandy Smith Harris. While his role on the show was significant, there was more happening behind the scenes than most people realized. In a recent interview, he opened up about the personal and professional reasons that led to his unexpected departure. For a long time, Mendeecees allowed his life to play out on television, sharing both his hardships and triumphs with millions of viewers. From serving time in prison to working towards becoming a successful businessman and devoted family man, his story was one that many admired. However, as time went on, he began to feel like the show no longer represented who he truly was. Instead of telling his real story, he felt like it was creating a version of him that wasn't entirely accurate. In his interview, Mendeecees revealed that one of the biggest reasons for stepping away from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was his desire to focus more on his family. He admitted that being in the public eye had started affecting his personal life, especially his marriage with Yandy and his relationship with their children. The constant need for drama and conflict on the show meant that he had to spend less quality time with the people who mattered most to him. Eventually, he realized that he needed to step back and prioritize his family over fame. "My family became my priority," he explained. "I had to take a step back and focus on what really matters: my wife, my kids, and myself." But while his love for his family played a huge role in his decision, it wasn't the only factor that led to his departure. Insiders from the production team revealed that tensions between Mendeecees and the show's producers had been building for a while. It wasn't just about the personal sacrifices he had to make. It was also about creative differences. Mendeecees started feeling frustrated with how his life was being portrayed on television. He claimed that certain parts of his story were exaggerated or even altered just to create more drama. While he understood that reality TV needed to be entertaining, he no longer wanted to be part of a show that felt more scripted than real. "I'm not that guy anymore," he shared. "The drama became too much. It wasn't real to me. I wanted to show people who I really was, not just play a role that fit their narrative." For years, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had been a platform for cast members to share their personal experiences. But Mendeecees felt like the lines between reality and entertainment had blurred too much. He believed that the pressure to constantly stir up conflicts and keep viewers engaged with fabricated drama was starting to impact his mental well-being. Leaving the show was his way of taking control of his own story and rediscovering his true identity outside of the reality TV world. There were also rumors that Mendeecees' departure coincided with his growing business ambitions. After his time in prison, he made it clear that he wanted to use his platform to turn his life around and create something positive for himself and his family. As he expanded his business ventures, reality TV began to feel like an obstacle rather than an opportunity. He expressed that he was ready to take on new challenges and focus on growing his businesses instead of being stuck in the repetitive drama of the show. It became evident that his priorities had shifted, and he no longer saw reality TV as the best path forward for his career. His departure marked a turning point not only for him, but also for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Fans were heartbroken to see one of the show's most beloved figures leave, especially since he had played such a crucial role in its success. His journey, from dealing with his troubled past to navigating relationship struggles with Yandy, kept viewers engaged season after season. With him gone, many fans were left wondering how the show would continue without one of its most relatable and genuine personalities. Despite stepping away from Love and Hip Hop, Mendeecees has remained positive about the future. He has shifted his focus to building a stable and successful life outside of reality television. He has been dedicating time to his various business ventures, particularly in the real estate and fashion industries. Additionally, he stays active on social media, sharing glimpses of his personal growth and successes with his supporters. His fans have continued to show him love, supporting his decision to step away from the cameras and praising him for putting his family first. Many have admired his courage to walk away from a show that, while lucrative, no longer aligned with his values. Looking ahead, Mendeecees has made it clear that he has no interest in returning to reality television. While
I'll be moving in two different directions, and if I don't speak up right now, I'm gonna be miserable. This all this provoking. That's what they want to do, man. This is whack.
See, bitches get threatened when they can't handle the truth. They want to start swinging.
Wait, hold on. Let them clear that out because I promise you. No, listen, I promise you. One of these girls grab you, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's go get some.
Mendeecees Harris, a well-known figure from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, has finally shared the real reasons behind his departure from the reality show that made him famous. For years, he kept audiences engaged with his emotional storylines, from his troubled past to his relationship with his wife, Yandy Smith Harris. However, there was much more happening behind the scenes than fans realized. In a recent interview, Mendeecees explained that his decision to leave was both personal and professional. His life had played out on television for millions of viewers, showing his struggles, successes, and family life. But as time went on, he began to feel that the show no longer represented who he truly was. The main reason for his departure was his desire to focus on his family. Mendeecees admitted that being in the public eye had started to negatively impact his personal life, especially his relationship with Yandy and their children. Reality TV required constant drama, and that meant less time for the people who mattered most. He realized that stepping away was necessary to protect and prioritize his loved ones. "My family became my priority," he said. "I had to take a step back and focus on what really matters: my wife, my kids, and myself." Although family was his primary reason for leaving, there were also other factors involved. Sources close to the show revealed that tensions between Mendeecees and the producers had been building for some time. He grew frustrated with how his story was being told. He felt that certain parts of his life were being exaggerated or even changed just to create more drama for the cameras. As someone who had worked hard to turn his life around, he no longer wanted to be part of something that distorted the truth. "I'm not that guy anymore," he said. "The drama became too much. It wasn't real to me. I wanted people to see who I truly am, not just a character for TV." Reality television often blurs the line between entertainment and authenticity, and Mendeecees felt that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had crossed that line too many times. The pressure to create conflicts and keep the audience engaged started to take a toll on his mental well-being. Leaving the show was his way of taking back control over his life and rediscovering his true identity. Rumors also suggested that Mendeecees' exit came at a time when he was focusing on expanding his business ventures. After his release from prison, he had made it clear that he wanted to use his platform to build a better future, not just for himself, but for his family. He saw reality TV as an opportunity at first, but as his goals changed, the show started to feel more like an obstacle than a benefit. His departure marked a turning point, not just for him, but also for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Fans were heartbroken. to see one of the show's most genuine and relatable stars leave. His openness about his past, as well as his struggles in his relationship with Yandy, had made him a favorite among viewers. With his exit, many wondered how the show would continue without him. Despite leaving Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, Mendeecees has remained positive and focused on his next chapter. He has continued to grow his business empire, dedicating time to ventures in real estate and fashion. He has also been active on social media, sharing his journey of self-improvement and success with his followers. His fans have shown support for his decision, praising him for choosing family and personal growth over reality TV drama. Looking ahead, Mendeecees has made it clear that he has no plans to return to reality television. While Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta was an important part of his life, it is no longer the path he wants to follow. He is ready for new opportunities that allow him to stay true to who he is without the pressures of reality TV. His departure is proof that sometimes stepping away from the spotlight is the best way to move forward.